something. And, well, anyway, it slowed her down a little bit, but didn't take her long to get it all sorted out as the revs are about to go up and the gate is about to go down. And Moto 2 underway here at Loretta Lynn for the WMX. Well, Kylie Fasnacht grabbing the whole shot this time around as we head under the red ball arch to the Comedic Bowl turn, now to the GoPro 10 Commandments. Fasnacht starting to put some distance between she and the now second place position of Hannah Hodges as we open things up here in Moto number 2, the final race of the day here for these ladies. And the final race of 2017 for this Loretta Lynn's racetrack as far as two wheels are concerned. We'll be back here next week with the ATV Motocross Championship, which is coming down to a very tight wire in the AMA Pro ATV division. Five-time and defending champion on the Yamaha, Chad Wienen, has his back against the wall with an 11-point deficit from Honda rider Joel Hetrick. So stick around and make sure if you're a race fan, next week you'll want to certainly turn into the ATV Motocross right here on RacerTV.com. Right now it's WMX, Kylie Fasnacht out front, and that, again, the 172 of Hodges back in the number 2 spot. And this is the fated battle that we have seen all season long as these two have, I'm sure, grown in skill just simply from each other's persistence out there in this 2017 season. And right now Hodges trying to fire back from redemption after being passed in Moto number 1 from the early lead that she had taken, but right now having a tough time getting around your defending and now newly crowned champion earlier this season, as she's already secured the national title from what I've been told. But still a ride for pride out there, and Hannah Hodges wants to let her know she's coming and gunning next year. Shelby Rowland is running in the number 3 spot as Avery Berry is 4th. Valentina Galaz in the number 5 spot. And we have our champion down, Kylie Fasnacht, watching bikes go by, and now trying to fire that machine up. Hannah Hodges may have just gotten the big gimme she was hoping for, or the big break she was hoping for. Well, she got around, but now she should be able to complete this moto without hardly any pressure whatsoever, as I'm not sure how far back Kylie Fasnacht fell after that little get off there. As we take a look at our Lucas Oil replay, simply coming out of that inside line behind the billboard there, and that's something I noticed standing out earlier on the track. There's a nice little hook that comes out of there, and it's throwing riders, and it just keeps you wanting to whip on right around to that billboard. And that's what happened to her, and she wasn't able to get it back under control quick enough, and she goes down, loses several positions, and all of a sudden, Hannah Hodges, Jason Wygant, is your leader. Shelby Rowling moving up to 2nd. Avery Berry is now 4th. Valentina Galaz in 4th. And Brinsley Diaz now rounding out your top 5.
I cannot say enough about the track prep put together here by Randy Poulter, Jeff Russell, and what's really cool about this event, all the other tracks, a lot of them that are involved in this event, both in area and regional championships, they come here and also assist the track crew. The whole idea to make multiple lines in a track that changes throughout the day. We are at the end of the program. This is our WMX second moto. We've completed all of our amateur racing, and the track is still held up to the point where different lines work and don't work. You mentioned that hook inside, that inside rut. They said that was the goal all along, which was to make those insides difficult, to make those riders want to take the chance and try to the outside lines, and it still worked to perfection here on Saturday afternoon, and we've been racing nonstop since Tuesday. So amazing how well this track has developed. And taking advantage of it all is Hannah Hodges. Now, she has not been the happiest camper here at the campgrounds. The amateur portion of her week, she won the women's 12-plus title, but she only got one of the moto wins. She went 1-2-2. And Hannah Hodges wants to come out here and win every moto that she's in. So she was happy but not thrilled with the way she won that one title. And then Moto 1 here, finishing up in 2nd after she led it. Again, that's good, but she wants to go for the overall and the Moto win. So this is her opportunity right now.
Well, watching the scores, looks like Fasnacht got back up and has been able to regain the number 5 spot. So Diaz drops back to 6th. So Hannah Hodges, your leader. Shelby Rowland in 2nd. Avery Berry in 3rd. Valentina Galaz is 4th. And Kylie Fasnacht back in the number 5 spot, as we said. The gap between 1st and 2nd is just a little over 12 seconds. And Avery Berry another 2 seconds back. So once Kylie Fasnacht gets to the number 3 spot of Avery Berry, she's still got another 14 seconds that she's going to have to try and make up out there in order to beat Hannah Hodges out here. And the way the scores work, I believe it would certainly fall into the favor of Hannah Hodges for the overall here today.
Yeah, if Hodges wins this moto, overall is her no matter what happens with a 2-1 score in these 2 professional motos. So, but you know, man, you just see her bouncing around into that corner there. It just shows you how quickly it can get away from you. The same thing that happened to Fasnacht could happen to Hodges. And this is a lot of racing for her now. Already logged her motos during the week in the amateur portion of the program. Now on the pro side, got to put in 2 today and a practice session this morning. So track's tough. And she already admitted she got beat up a little bit earlier this week. She was racing 250B against the boys, had a big crash. And she has admitted that hurt her quite a bit physically. So she's got a lot of different obstacles and ailments that she's having to deal with right now, Hannah Hodges. So it's not inconceivable that she can make a mistake as well.
Well, I know that there is a true rivalry that is beginning to build between Hannah Hodges and your champion of Kylie Fasnacht, and I think it just comes simply from the level of competition that they push each other to, and each one taking the other one to a newer level, it seems like. And I'm sure you've got a chance to witness that a lot here in 2017 as these ladies come to a lot of the Motocross Nationals, Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Nationals.
Yeah, Hodges has not done the full circuit. She was at the Ricky Carmichael Daytona Amateur Supercross. She does not do all of the WMX rounds where Fasnacht does. But, yeah, they've had some battles before. And the way they were going at it and pulling away from everyone in the first moto, it did remind me of some of the great rivalries of women's motocross past. Fasnacht making tracks now back toward the front. She's got Berry and is wasting no time going after Shelby Rowland. And she rolls right past Rowland. You see Avery Berry on that KTM not too far behind her. So Fasnacht quickly recovering and up to 2nd place. Is there still a chance?
Well, we've still got a little bit of time. 3 laps are down in this one right now. And as we had pointed out, a 12-second gap between Shelby Rowland and Hannah Hodges a lap ago. It is now 16 seconds. Lap times right now for Hannah Hodges is a 2:15. Kylie Fasnacht posted up a 2:13 so far as her fastest, but she hasn't necessarily had a clean and free racetrack ahead of her yet. So depending on how many laps these girls run, and if she can maintain a pace of 2:13 or so, we could see it happen. But it's going to take a lot of time in order to notch away that 16 seconds or a bobble or something by your now leader Hannah Hodges.
And Avery Berry saw a big mistake from Fasnacht on that Kawasaki, so Berry has caught her. It's a battle for 3rd. You got Valentina Galaz, Brinsley Dias, Samantha Peters, Carter Daughtry, Michaela Inman, and Carrie Killebrew rounding out the top 10. All right, 36 bringing it to her. Avery Berry, she was able to get rolling on the very last lap of the first moto to take that 3rd place position. We were watching it right down to the end. She'd gotten the gap to 0.6 of a second when the last lap began. She told me on the podium it's her first WMX race, so 3rd in the first moto. Considering that is impressive. Let's see if Rowland can keep it rolling and hold her off and take that 3rd place position. Berry is right there. Oh, Berry's digging in deep. Can't make it happen. Over this tunnel jump, and man, these are, as Kevin Kelly said, these are braking jumps, not braking bumps any longer.
Yeah. This course is, actually the racetrack is just taking on a whole new life of its own.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen this thing do a lot of things, Jason, but I've never seen them do them this drastic all over the racetrack like this.
No, and we've seen it all week. You can take one good line and make up a ton of ground, one bad line and lose a ton of ground. Here into the long short shoot. Barry still can't make it happen, but one line choice per lap can be 2 seconds right there.
Oh, easily, and it changes too, as we've seen. You know, that inside turn coming out of the billboard there when it hooked around there. You know, few riders go through there, get that hooking. One lap is fine. The next lap around, it does exactly what we saw happen in there. Now I know, watching that line early throughout the day,
Look
had
at Barry.
that tendency.
Barry got the pass.
Wow.
Going into Storyland. And there we go. That's an example of the line choice. And that could be all the difference right there. Roland had the problems with the 10 Commandments the previous lap. This time it was the next section, Storyland, where Barry pulled the trigger. And this could be the end of the battle for third. Avery Barry making a name for herself if she can get third overall today. Meanwhile, have a look at the lap times of our leaders, Rodney.
Oh my, a 2:16 for Hannah Hodges, a 2:09. That's about 7 seconds we're looking at. It's only a 9.7 second gap, so all of a sudden, our theory of whether or not the second place ride can catch the first place ride, I believe is true. I think it can happen. I honestly...
Yeah, I think Fasnacht has a shot at it. Here she is on the charge, on the number one. And I said to her on the podium, I said, wait a minute, you threw up during the first Moto. You weren't going to just settle for second and then try to come back and win Moto 2? No, sir, she said. She wants to win every Moto she's in. So we're going to see that firsthand right now. Wasn't as quick this time around, though. A 2:11 after turning in that 2:09. And Hodges must have heard she was coming. Hodges went back into the 2:13s. So still 2 seconds made up by Fasnacht, but she made up 7 seconds the previous lap. 2 seconds a lap. That's going to get her close. We still have about 9 minutes to go in this Moto. But it might not be enough. But boy, is she hanging it out to try to make it happen. There we go. We finally got them back in the same shot. One enters the 10 Commandments. One leaves. It's a 2-man enter, 1-man leave, except it's the women's pro class WMX. So 2 women enter, 1 woman leaves. Who's going to end up with the overall in this WMX class? Watch out for the one of Fasnacht. Man, she is determined. And just picking her way through, just hitting everything hard. Now we go back to our leader, Hodges. Let's see the gap. That would ordinarily be sizable enough. You wouldn't even have to worry about it. But not with the pace that Fasnacht's putting in. Barry, by the way, secure in third. Roland still right behind her in fourth. Valentina Galaz next, and Samantha Peters, Brinsley Diaz, Carter Daughtry, Michaela Inman, and Carrie Harmon Killebrew rounding out your top 10. Brittany Bebout comes through next. Jade Carlson, Cheyenne McGuinn, Morgan Johnson 14th, Natasha Horton, and Felicia Webb. That is 16th. We're just keeping an eye out as we watch Fasnacht second. Can she see Hodges further up the track?
Hodges checking in now with 6 laps complete in this one. Last time around she had a 2:13, and now she drops it to a 2:13.4. It was just a little bit faster, and that actually has been her fastest lap of the race. Fasnacht's back down again now to a 2:10.5, so the gap is just under 4.5 at 4.5 with 6 laps down.
Yeah, did it again. Boy, that was a 16-second lead at one point. It is down to 4.4, and here comes Fasnacht. And a little more bad news if you're on the Hannah Hodges side of the ledger. She has admitted that those crashes from earlier in the week starts to get sore as the Moto goes on. So going to be hard for her to dig deep and maintain this pace. And maintaining it might not be enough. She might have to up the pace because Fasnacht is coming. What determination, man. She was down on the ground, and it was a pretty good crash. Into Storyland, she's got her in her sights. What a comeback. The Fasnacht family has had some success down here at Loretta Lynn Ranch before, and they might have more. I know that this is a championship that Fasnacht has already won and already clinched. A rider down there, able to get by. I know that she's already clinched this championship, Fasnacht, but I think there'll be something special to come and say that you were the winner of the first ever pro WMX event run in conjunction with this Rocky Mountain ATVMC National Amateur Championship. So a little extra pizzazz when you get to put that trophy on the mantle. We have really cool trophies too. I saw them at the horse trophies.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you know, this actually is used as a pasture for the horses to roam most of the year down here at the ranch. So we got the cool horse trophies for our top 3, but who's going to get the big one? Fasnacht. She's coming, but I don't think she's closed up quite as much here this last half lap.
No. Is she running without a visor now? Did she knock her visor off earlier in that crash?
Maybe.
Might have just looked at it wrong coming there, but, you know, you're talking about the determination.
I think you're right. Yeah, no visor.
Determination that she was showing there in this moto after that crash and that get-off. I think a lot of it has to do with that she knows that Hannah Hodges is going to become a more and more of a repetitive competitor. She hasn't raced a lot with her this season, and she hasn't been following the full WMX tour. But after this season here at Loretta Lynn's, you have to think that Hodges will be looking more into that direction. And if that's the case, that's going to be her main competition. And the last thing she wants to do is let her have all that confidence in the upcoming races and knowing as she's exiting her amateur career, she's already possibly faster than the champion. So she's got to nip in the bud while she can.
It's going to be interesting. Oh, nice job. Fasnacht tripling out of the 10 Commandments, rolling to the inside. And that might have been the first chance for Hodges to hear, or maybe even out of her peripheral see, that Fasnacht is there. So now the pressure begins to ratchet up, but we're late in this moto. It could be 2 or 3 laps to go, depending on how the clock turns out. So maybe Hodges has enough of a gap to hold her off, but she better not make any mistakes because Fasnacht is coming. Down into the sand turn. Fasnacht driving deep down the inside, staying on top of the rollers. She's right there now. Going to try an outside line to take the lead. Hodges trying to protect. Fasnacht giving it a run. Wow, what a charge for the number 1 rider. Now she's stuck down on that deep inside line. Can she make it work through the rough stuff? Whoa, they cross lines and come together.
Wow, great defensive riding there for the 172 of Hodges as she's really rising.
Oh,
mercy. Not rising high enough, though, as Kylie Fasnacht. Did you see that last turn pass for the win in the moto and the overall for the day right there? Racer TV, if we can get a Lucas Oil replay coming into that last turn and that last lap pass like that, that was pretty amazing. I almost looked like some feet off the pegs there for just a moment as going for that last-ditch effort there. And got to give it up to Hannah Hodges. As Jason said, they crossed paths coming through that Thor turn there. They crossed up, and then coming into that last turn, it got a little hairy there as well. But Kylie Fasnacht will do it. Moto 1 win and Moto 2 win. Both wins come from behind victories, as Hannah Hodges will look at a pair of deuces there with 2 2s in the overall second. Shelby rolling a 4-3 is looking now at a 3rd place overall, as that'll be her podium finish. And Avery Berry, her first WMX race, 4th place overall with a 3-4 for her. And you got to take your hat off to that little girl and tip it, of course, because she did an amazing job herself. Valentina Galaz, the number 98 machine, checking in that number 5 position, and that should put Galaz as well in 5th overall. She goes 5-5 here on the weekend. And we'll be heading down to the podium here in just a moment to talk to Kylie Fasnacht, and of course our other riders are 2nd and 3rd place, Hannah Hodges and Shelby Rowland. But what a great day. Folks, don't forget, as you're getting ready for your awards presentations here today and or getting ready to leave the ranch, I want to remind you to grab your MyLaps transponders and get them returned back to MyLaps. And don't forget, we're also heading up to the Lucas Oil Arena for the Rocky Mountain ATVMC awards presentation ceremonies. And so we invite everyone up for that. And again, we just got celebrations getting ready to get underway here. We see Fasnacht, Hannah Hodges, Shelby Rowland, Avery Berry, Galaz, as we said, your top 5. Then Samantha Peters is 6th. Brinsley Diaz holds on for 7th. Michaela Inman in 8th. 9th is Kari Killebrew. And Carter Daughtry, the number 761, rounds out your top 10 as far as the overall top 10 is concerned. Kylie Fasnacht, Hannah Hodges, Shelby Rowland 1, 2, and 3. Avery Berry's 4th. Valentina Galaz in 5th. Samantha Peters is 6th. Diaz 7th. Michaela Inman 8th. Kari Killebrew 9th. And Carter Daughtry is 10th. So basically what you see there for the overall top 10 is what you see in the Moto, second Moto top 10, and that's the way the overall will score as well as we head down to the podium with Jason Wygant.
Check. We're back. All right. Torrid battles for both positions. Not only did the win come down to the final lap, but 2 riders battled down to the final laps in both motos for 3rd place. So that was a tremendous effort. I thought for a while Avery Berry was going to get it done like she did in Moto 1, but Shelby Rowland's able to back, taking 3rd in the Moto, and that will give her 3rd place overall. Let's hear it for Shelby Rowland. Well, we were trying to watch all the battles. You guys for 3rd, also the battle for the lead. We saw her get around you. How'd you get her back?
I just put my head down and started charging even harder than I was before. And we actually passed each other probably 10 times in the last 2 laps. And we actually came together over here behind the billboards on the last lap. And at that point, I just kind of was like, okay, don't give it up this time. You only got a lap to go. So just put my head down and gave it everything I had, and it paid off.
What's it feel like to get up on the podium here at Loretta's? It's cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've been to Loretta's like 12 times, and I've never been on the podium, so it's pretty cool, and I'm really honored to be up here, and I, couldn't do it without everybody that's behind me.
Yeah, you want to thank those people, Shelby.
Yeah, Kawasaki Team Green, well, Mom and Dad, Kawasaki Team Green, Gateway Cycles, Fox, Liat, Dunlop, FMF, Recluse, Evans Coolant, 560 Graphics, 100%, Wiseco, Cometic, Spokeskins, I feel like I'm forgetting a bunch of people, but Maxima, anybody else I forgot, thank you guys so much. I couldn't do it without you for sure.
All right, there it is. Let's hear it for Shelby Rowland. And we'll let you stay right here. We'll bring up our 2nd place finisher. Remember, this class, we got to pop some champagne as well, so you guys can hang out here, and then we'll do the big trophy celebration with all 3 of our podium riders. Well, it came down to the last lap, and I know she was hurting from some crashes from earlier the week in her amateur races racing the 250B. So she tried to dig deep. She ends up 2nd. Let's hear it for Hannah Hodges. And there's the trophy and the 2nd place. Well, it came down to literally the last corner. I know not quite the week you wanted. A lot of those battles were coming right down like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about this week. I'm off the pace, riding herd, and got a lot of work to do. So we'll get back to MTF soon and get back to the drawing board.
A little bit of motivation for you to get some redemption?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is the worst I've ever rode at a national, so got work to do.
You'll be back for sure. Who do you want to thank, Hannah?
Lord Jesus Christ, keep me safe. My mom and dad, Monster Energy, Team Green Kawasaki, just everyone over at the Team Green rig. Everyone, I wouldn't be able to do it without them. Monster, Toilet Designs, Alpine Stars, Scott, Dunlop, Atlas, TLR, Factory Connection, MTF, Renthal, Maxima, and anyone else I forgot. Thank you very much.
All right, 2nd place finish today. The Monster Team Green rider is Hannah Hodges. And we will bring our winner on up to the stage before our champagne ceremony. She already won the title, so she didn't have to go all out today, but boy, did she ever. Especially after a crash in this 2nd moto. She was down 16 or so seconds, dug herself out of it, and in literally the last corner of the race, the last corner out of a whole week of racing here, a pass was made for the win. That says a lot about her determination. Let's hear it for Kylie Fasnacht. Okay, when you got up, did you think it was possible?
Honestly, I did not.
When did you finally see, at least, did that make a difference when you finally could get her at least in sight on a long stretch?
I think it might have been 3 laps to go, maybe 4. A little bit past the halfway part.
Right, and that helped dig even deeper?
Oh, yeah, it was. Honestly, I started making more mistakes when that part happened, I feel like, but I was able to keep it under control and track her down, so it worked out.
All right, take me through those last couple of corners.
Yeah. I got a wheel on her, I thought, so I kind of went for it, and then she snuck back beside me, so I was like, whoa, dude, and I went for it. And last turn, I just didn't want to give up. You know, you never give up. So I held it on, and she held it on too. We got close, but somehow I almost fell off the back of my bike, but somehow I came across the checkered first, so thank God for that.
That is unbelievable. Let's have a round of applause for a great battle. And you can thank the people that are getting you up here, Kylie.
Oh, yeah, all the guys over at Kawasaki Team Green. Stellar MX, Fox Racing, this gear is just to die for. It's so comfortable, and it looks so good out there on the track. Stellar MX, Ride 100%, Dunlop tires, Maximal oils, Twin Air, Mica metals, RK Racing chains, all the guys over at Pro Circuit. My parents for having the training facility back home. My brothers for pushing me day in and day out to be the best that I can be and never giving up on me. Always telling me how slow I am, but it just makes me dig harder in the end of the day, and that's why I am the champ, I guess.
And that pays off in the last lap of a race like this. One more time for our winner, Kylie Fasnacht. We'd like to welcome our second and third place finishers back to the stage. We'll take some photos of each of them holding their trophies, and then we'll let them pop the champagne. We'll bring Hannah Hodges and Shelby Rowland back up. You come over to this side. We'll put you in the middle. Shelby, you can head over to that side, and we'll get Hannah Hodges back up here as well. We'll hold the trophies up. Come on up here, Hannah. And a Lucas Oil Whole Shot Award to go along with the accolades on this podium as well. We'll take the photos here, swing around to this side. You can hold up their trophies and be proud. This, folks, is your top 3 of WMX here at Loretta Lynn Ranch. And there's only one task left before we put a wrap on this event, and that is the champagne celebration. And we're ready to go here. Shelby Rowland, Hannah Hodges, and our champion and race winner, Kylie Fasnacht, going to celebrate here. It's the Insania WMX Championship. And they're getting ready to spray some champagne ×3. And there it is, our 3 overall here at Loretta Lynn's and WMX. First time we ever had 2 pro motos running here at the ranch along with the Amateur Championship. Great job, ladies.
Well, that'll do it. That'll wrap it up. The 2016 and 36th run, or 2017 and 36th running of the Rocky Mountain ATVMC Amateur National Motocross Championship at Loretta Lynn's, presented by Lucas Oil. What a great day for sure. We'll have awards presentations coming up here shortly, so stand by for that. We'll be heading up to the Lucas Oil Arena for that. And, of course, I just want to say thanks to everybody for tuning in to the racing all week. And on behalf of Jason Wygant, also Jimmy Albertson, Kevin Kelly, I'm Rodney Tomlin. Have a great day, everybody.